Japanology, if you call it this. Failing this module thrice. I failed thrice on this one. I have no idea what I did there, but I passed those. I mean, yeah. I sucked. I had to experiment on my own for the first time ever in my studies, and it was terrible. It was even worse than I imagined it to be. It's the worst thing ever. This is like a Vietnam flashback that I'm getting here. I hate it. You want to become a hopper? Then become a hopper. Become a Minecraft hopper. Become Minecraft in itself, alright? A huge thanks to my Patreon supporters for making this episode possible. Great review. My fellow mathematicians, welcome back to another video. So originally I had something completely different planned for today. It's Tuesday today, and in normal case on Thursday I wanted to meet up with the Fuchs, okay, this other German math YouTuber in the Elbsandsteingebirge, but something came between us, between our nice, pretty, sexy relationship, alright, so we couldn't do what we originally planned on doing. It's probably going to be delayed up until next week or something. But yeah, another vloggy Sunday, and I would like to tell you about my grades, undergrad grades, graduate grades, etc. And I tell you this, alright, I wasn't a good student. I really wasn't a good student, okay? The post I'm now going to make is going to be for the thumbnail to make it nice and clickbaity. Oh. Amazing! Now that the thumbnail is done, let us dive right in. At first you need to know a few things about me. I was extremely bad at school back then, okay? I had to redo 8th class, okay, 8th grade, and yeah, after that it went downhill yet again, and I'm actually a school dropout here in Germany. I didn't even have the grades to get the lowest degree possible back then. This is what I have this Abgangszeugnis for, alright? Abgangszeugnis means that I didn't get a degree. I dropped out of school with the 10th grade, alright? And I did this in Saxony, Freistaat Sachsen back then, Abgangszeugnis from the Karl von Bach Gymnasium. The teachers there were really bad at what they did. Alright, at least a few of them, and I was also really bad. Just look at the grades. So here in Germany we have grades from 1, that's the best, up until 6, and if you have 3 5s or 6s and you can't get rid of one of those 5s with grade 2 or better, then well, you are pretty much freaked, alright? You are just going to fail the whole year at school. So this is what happened with me. You see, I was bad everywhere. 4, alright, so really bad here, and yeah, Latin, a 5, so one of the worst grades possible. Oh, art class, a 5, great. Oh, mathematics, there was a 3, that was my best grade, next to sports, alright, gym stuff. And other than that, well, 3 5s here, and I really couldn't get rid of that, so I dropped out of school. I left school without any perspective, then I became a baker, and I was actually the best baker out of Saxony back then, so I did a really good job there. I finished this up with a 1.1 or something. I have the degree lying around somewhere. After that I decided to go for something different, for chemistry or food chemistry. I want to do this or study something that had to do with Japanology, if you call it this, alright? Japanologie, it is in German, so that's something I want to do. But you won't earn money from that, so I decided to do maths and physics. And yeah, I had to redo the Abiturs, like the highest degree. But the good thing is in Brandenburg and Hessen, in those two regions in Germany, you can actually study at a real university, for example, University of Potsdam, if you have a so-called Fachabitur. It's a little bit lower than the regular Abitur, so the highest degree you could get, but it is possible to go to university with this degree. This is what I did. And now look at those grades. So we have a weird system here. After grade 10, you are going to be in grade 11, 12, 13. possibly, and there we have a new grade system where the best possible grade, I'm going to drink something, where the best possible grade is 15 points and then it goes downhill up until 0 points. And take a look at my grades here. So that's the most important column here that we have. Alright, this is like the second semester, second half of the year. And 11 points accounts for the grade number 2 if you want to translate it back to the old grade system from 1 to 6. So that's a 2. 15 is the best you could get, so 15 points in English, 15 points in French, 11 points when it comes to politics. I have no freaking idea about politics. Mathematics, 15 points, hey, I'm kind of okay on with that. Physics, 15 points, chemistry, 9 points, that's a 3. So this was my worst grade overall. Biology, 12 points, yada yada yada, that's and then we had some other stuff, so those are the end grades, alright. And I finished this up with a grade of 1.4 overall, so this is like, yeah, it's kind of okay. I wasn't satisfied with this grade because, I don't know, I could have done better, but I'm notoriously lazy and I never do anything, alright? I haven't learned for any of this ever. I didn't look into my folders, etc. I just went to the exams and then everything was done. And this is what it is, alright? This is why I didn't perform any better. Then, university. Good old university. I started studying maths and physics, alright, to become a teacher, and I wasn't really prepared for that. And at the end, here are my undergraduate grades, alright? This right here is my degree, and overall you could get 1 to 5 yet again. This is the grade system. If you get the grade 1 to 4, you have passed. If you get the 5, you failed all of that, alright? And I finished mathematics with a 2.8, so that translates to a 3, alright? Like, I just barely passed. Physics, 2.8, yeah, I just barely passed. Educational studies, I mean, yeah, 2.4, that accounts for a grade of 2. So, yeah, kind of okay. Now let us take a look at the undergraduate stuff, being a little bit decomposed here. So, Anal 1, I finished with a 4.0, so I really barely passed, alright? So this is the lowest grade you could get before failing everything. Then Anal 2, 2.3. So this was like 4th semester and 5th semester. Linear algebra and analytic geometry, 3.7, but I have to tell you something about this. I failed this course twice. This was a first semester course. I failed there twice in the first semester. And yeah, it just is what it is, okay? I'm really bad. So what I do is I do nothing over the semester. I find someone who does all the homework for me, such that I can actually, be allowed to participate in the exams, and then I go to the exams after learning for 1 or 2 days, and then we will see how that goes. And this is how those grades actually came together, alright? Then didactics of mathematics, I hate it so much, but I got a 1.7 after failing this module thrice. I failed thrice on this one, alright? I hate pedagogical studies and didactics, I'm so bad at it. Then algebra and arithmetics, 3.7. This is the final grade of the exam that I passed in my hard exam series, alright? So my final grade was a 3.7 because I couldn't finish the 4th exercise, but all the other exercises were fine. So if you only can get 48 points, then well, if you can finish one of those exercises, then you are bound to get like a really bad grade already. But I'm satisfied with it because I'm only one of 3 people actually passing this. Then elementary geometry, that was an absolute joke, 2.0, alright, didn't do anything for it. I studied the day before the exam and it worked out. Computational mathematics, this went over 2 whole semesters, alright? Did the first one with computer mathematics, studying Python and algorithmics and stuff like this. And after that, numerics. And yeah, it just is what it is. 3.0, that was alright, I suppose. Stochastics, 2.7, same thing with elementary geometry. Day before the exam, I started learning everything we had done over the whole semester. So I never did anything for all of those modules over the course of the semester. I just started studying like 1 or 2 days before them. Except for algebra and arithmetics, I actually studied 1 whole month for that, and that was the only time where I really studied for something over a longer period of time. Analysis 2 was also something where I studied a bit, like 1.5 weeks. Yeah, turned out okay for the amount of effort I put in. Then mathematical basics 1.7, only a 1.7, so this was like, those are the physics courses here, and I only got a 1.7 just because I didn't know how to do Taylor polynomials in the second semester. Damn Papa, you suck. Then we had our experimental physics 1, 2, 3 and 4. Experimental physics 1, I failed this course twice in the first semester, just like with linear algebra. I really wasn't prepared for any of that stuff back then, and this is why I failed so hard. Alright, physics 2, 3 and 4, well, not much to say about those. I have no idea what I did there, but I passed those. I mean, yeah. I have no idea, just worked out somehow. Theoretical physics 1 and 2, those were a lot of fun. Yeah, the first one was a written exam, and the second one was an oral exam, so yeah. And didactical studies 3.3, I barely passed those because I really suck at didactics. And no, I didn't fail any of those, I only failed experimental physics 1. And then we had the pedagogical studies. Those were absolute dog shit. Okay, for the next one, those were my undergraduate studies. I sucked. Now for the graduate studies. Alright, I sucked too. Oh, also I forgot, 69 credit points you could get on maths and physics. Now, master's studies, 2 years in Nomi case. I finished after 1.5 years. Oh, I totally forgot. I finished my bachelor's thesis with a 2.3. It took me 1 week to actually write this bachelor's thesis, so yeah, a 2.3 with so many credit points for like 1 week of effort, yeah, worked out well. Now, for my graduate studies, I finished a bit better. The thing is, I don't care about grades at all because I'm striving to become a teacher. I'm a teacher now, maths and physics, and if you know that you are studying something that a lot of schools need, like mathematics, physics, and for example chemistry, then you really don't need to care about grades. I could have gotten the worst grades possible on all of those and no one would have given an absolute fuck about this, alright? No one cares what you get here in Germany if you become a teacher with good subjects, okay? No one cares. This is why I didn't care about the grades either, alright? So, yeah, mathematics 2.8 is my final grade. I suck at mathematics, to be honest. Physics 2.0 and educational studies 2.0, and I finished my master's thesis that I have written in 2 weeks. 2 weeks full of a lot of work with a 3.2, alright? Down here somewhere, 3.2. That turned out quite nice. And now, here's the good stuff. Okay, I actually have those written here yet again. So we had like this module that we need to take. Here in mathematics, it was didactics yet again. I took didactics of analysis, didactics of the Leitideenzahl, so something about numbers. I never attended this course. I wasn't there once. Oh, I was there once, but then I never went there again. And then mathematics on the street, something with some weird, I have forgotten what it was. It was an app where you could make puzzles on the go and people could solve like real life math puzzles. I don't know. We had to attend this one. I believe I went there a few times. Yeah. And then we had to do like an essay. Okay, this was like the final grade. Got me a 4.0, worst grade possible on this one. That was a great one, right? Then, module algebra, logic and geometry. I had a lot of fun with the algebra and arithmetics course, alright, where I was one of the only people who passed. And this is why I actually went into the algebra course yet again. And this is the algebra course, the real one for the mathematics mono bachelors and masters. So yeah, I went there again and I finished it up with a 2.7. I was way more satisfied with this grade than with the 3.7 that I got before. Then analysis and mathematical physics. I am a bit of a sadist sometimes, and I wanted to know about functional analysis, and I did functional analysis there. It's a cool topic. I love analysis. So yeah, functional anal 2.3. I finished this up. I was the only one doing pedagogical studies who actually went there, so you could choose out of a whole list of topics. And I did functional analysis, okay, out of my own curiosity, and I finished it successfully. It was a lot of fun, to be honest. Then applied mathematics and numerics. 1.3, all right, and I was sitting in a seminar called Direct and Inverse Storm Liouville Problems, and up until this day I have no idea what a Storm Liouville problem actually is. I was the only one attending this seminar in this semester, and yeah, I just prepared a little PowerPoint presentation about something inverse problems, introduction, and yeah, this is what I got for it. Okay, 1.3, gladly taking it, I don't care. Now, we are in physics. There we had to, we were forced to do 3 things, all right. Didactic studies 2.3. I failed this once. This was the only course in my master studies that I failed. I failed this once, and after that I got a 2.3. So we had to do this. And then physics of everyday life was some lab stuff. So we had to do labs there. We also needed to do labs in physics 1 to 4. So those sucked. So someone else did it for me. Danke, Herr Golling. Danke, Herr Golling. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't have been able to do all of this. Worst thing was, for physics of everyday life, I had to attend it and I didn't have a lab partner. So I had to do this lab stuff on my own. And the thing is, I never did labs before. So after 4 years of studying at the university, I had to do my very first own protocols. I had to experiment on my own for the first time ever in my studies, and it was terrible. It was even worse than I imagined it to be. It's the worst thing ever. This made me hate experimental physics even more. Even more, I hate experimental physics. This is like a Vietnam flashback that I'm getting here. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. And then advanced physics of condensed matter and many body systems. That was a lot of fun, actually. That was the only type of experimental physics that was a lot of fun. So yeah, solid matter. In the normal case, it was solid matter physics. So this was Festkörperphysik and molecular physics. All right. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Talking about all this solid state physics stuff. That was a lot of fun, to be honest. And it all made sense after a while. So like the whole Trude model and shit like this. So yeah, those were my physics courses. And something is missing here, actually. I actually did nonlinear dynamics. Oh yeah, here we have it. Nonlinear physics, nonlinear dynamics and chaos theory based on the book of Stephen Strogatz, and I got a 1.7 there. I'm pretty proud about that. I mean, that was a really cool course, and nonlinear dynamics is an absolute bomb. I love it. It's an absolute bomb. And then we had pedagogical studies, which no one cared about, like the praxis semester, like this whole semester full of teaching at a school. No one cares about this shit, right? I'm only becoming a teacher, so I really don't need this. Yeah, school law. Who cares? Those were my grades, and I sucked balls at everything. You see that? A guy like this is doing stuff on YouTube now, and yeah, I mean, I'm not suited for anything better. I suck at everything, and I hope you did enjoy this video. Now you know what you are dealing with when looking at Papa, someone who barely passed all of his studies, who was a school dropout back then. But I hope this motivates you guys a tiny little bit, that even though if you are a school dropout, even though if you don't get 2 good grades for now, do not worry about that. It's going to get better, and you can become something. You can become someone you really want to become. All right, the sentence really didn't make any sense. You can become everything if you wish. Okay, you want to become a hopper? then become a hopper, become a Minecraft hopper, become Minecraft in itself, alright? Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, make a comment, channel if you want to support a bit more. Don't be afraid, time to rip it to buy me a new from the mouth pop. Oh, they're actually pretty good. Why didn't I eat them sooner? And until the next video, I'm wishing you guys a flammy day. Ciao! Until then.